Welcome back, everybody. This is Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. I am the host, Kazeem Rahman. On the hot seat today, it's me again. Yay. Oh, yes. Yes, I will always and forever give myself applause break. When you get your own podcast, you can give yourselves applause break or not give yourself applause break as you please. All right, this is one of our deep dive episodes. Here we just go through some would you rather questions in depth. We do some what would you do's, we do some deep dive moral dilemmas, and we sometimes go through some emails and some messages that we get on the Instagram or on the email, which is toughchoice@outlook.com. So if you have a would you rather question or a tough choice question or any moral dilemma you want us to discuss on the podcast, just email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. Since you're already on your phone, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you've liked, make sure you've shared this podcast. We're growing. We have a nice little community going, and we're only gonna get bigger. So let's begin. You know how we do it here. We don't really waste any time. The game is tough choice. The decks have been shuffled. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause, and at the end, of course, we have our final choice.
Let it begin! Let it begin!
Would you rather never shower again or spend regular business hours in a coma? Oof. This one I'm going to save for an actual guest to discuss also. Never shower again or spend regular business hours in a coma. Fuck, man. Ooh, no. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Regular business hours are 9 to 5. That is the universal business hours, 9 to 5. I'm a stand-up comic, so most of my hours are done during the night. At the same time, I need a day job, right? So I need a day job doing regular business hours so I can help support the non-business hours that are stand-up comedy during the nighttime. So but if you never shower again, no one's going to want to be around you. No one's going to want to shake your hand. Never shower again. I'm going to have to take this coma, man. I'm going to have to take this coma. Really, honestly, there's really no other choice. If I'm really thinking about it, I can't not shower again. At least in coma, I can wake up, take a shower, right? And coma, I mean, you're just, if you're in a coma, you're sleeping. If it's a coma, then you're sleeping, right? There's no brain activity. Maybe there's brain activity. I don't really know, but you're in a coma. I'm assuming it's asleep. If there's like a doctor listening that can clarify what's the difference between being asleep and being in a coma, then maybe we can clarify that. But for the most part, I'm going to have to take this coma because I can't not shower again. Never shower again, ever again. There's not enough Axe body spray. There's not enough. And I know some of you are thinking, oh, you can take baths. You know what it means. You know exactly what it means. Never shower again. Water never touches your body. You're going to have to jump in that pool. Maybe you're going to have to jump in that pool. Maybe you're going to have to just live by the ocean. Maybe. But you can never take a proper shower again. That's not... I don't know. I can't live like that. I like being clean. Sue me. Would you rather have magic 8 balls for elbows or have shrimp for nipples? Okay, this is weird, but I think shrimp for nipples isn't that bad. Honestly, I'm assuming they're dead. I'm assuming it's like the cooked already shrimp that's already peeled. I think it depends on the type of shrimp. 8 balls for elbows. I mean, my elbows are already big, and 8 ball isn't that big. But if I did 8 balls for elbows, then I'd probably have to get more muscles on this body, right? And I'll do the shrimp for nipples simply because I don't think shrimp. I'm thinking it's like the already pink shrimp that's already frozen in the grocery store. Right? It's ready to eat. It's already cooked. It's already peeled. It's already veined. That kind of shrimp, that kind of shrimp's not that bad. Either way, Either way, you got to get jacked. You got to get back in the gym, right? Because you got 8 balls for elbows, your arm needs to get a little bigger. You can't have skinny arms with 8 balls for elbows. And you can't, you got to have some, you got to have some pecs if you're going to have shrimp for nipples. You got to. Because if you don't, then what are you doing with your life? Really? Would you rather spit up a fur ball like a cat each time you cough? Oof. Or belch really loudly every time you pass through a doorway? I'll do the belch. Simply, I'll do the belch really loud. No. I'll do the cough. Here's why. Because I can play off the cough. If you belch really loudly every time you enter a doorway, how many doors are you going to enter in your life? A lot, right? And not all of them are going to be like important meeting kind of doors, but some of them are going to be like important meeting kind of doors, right? And it's every doorway. It's not just when you enter the building, it's every single doorway. So you can't just be belching loudly every doorway. But if you carry a napkin around, you carry a little handkerchief, you always carry cough drops. Always make sure your throat is smooth, just smooth. If my throat was smooth and I rarely coughed, and if I'm sick and I'm coughing a lot, I'll just stay home, honestly. But if I just start coughing, I take the handkerchief, I cough into the handkerchief, I ball up the handkerchief, I go throw away the handkerchief or throw away the napkin or something. It's you can play off the cough. It's harder to play off the belching simply because more than likely that's always going to be in public. The doorway, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. There's a doorway into the apartment. There's a doorway into the small hallway, doorway into the bathroom. There's a doorway into my bedroom. That's 4. I don't count the doorway into the kitchen. That's not really a doorway. That's just an area, right? I don't have a walk-in closet, so it's not a doorway. So that's 4 times. But think about work. If I work from home, but if I didn't work from home, if I worked in an office, all those doorways for meetings, all those doorways for every single time you enter a doorway, you belch. I couldn't do it. Maybe you can do it, but I couldn't do it. Would you rather attend a funeral while high on laughing gas or go to your own wedding doped up on horse tranquilizers? This is not hard. I'm not going to embarrass my wife to be while I'm at our own wedding. That's insane. Yes. Am I answering this way too fast? Yes, I am. Because a funeral, and I'm at the age now where I'm not going to your funeral if I didn't even know you, or if I knew you, I'm probably still not going to just go to your funeral. I have to like you, right? So if I go to a funeral and it's a somber affair, and I know some people are thinking, oh, well, maybe it's a happy funeral. Maybe it's a homegoing, right? Maybe they're celebrating his life. Nah, you know what it means. You don't have to try any loopholes with this, right? Everybody's crying and you're laughing your ass off, right? It's not going to be good. You're burning some bridges. Yes, I know. But do you want to get married? Like if you show up at your wedding doped up on horse tranquilizers, I don't know if she's going to say I do. Like honestly, if my fiance showed up at our wedding on horse tranquilizers, oof. I don't know. The wedding's postponed, period. They're professional photographers. The wedding's gonna be postponed. It has to be postponed. Why would I don't know. Why would I marry you if you hopped up on horse tranquilizers? Why did you need horse tranquilizers before our wedding? Who knows? All right, let's go into some emails really quick. Hold on, grab my phone. All right, this is from Sean C. You get instantly transported to Neanderthal times with only the knowledge in your head and whatever you have in your pockets or purse right now. What do you do to establish dominance and avoid being beaten to death by a caveman? Okay, well, here's the problem that I'm having with this scenario. Currently, I'm in my living room. I am wearing shorts. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I am not wearing shoes. There's nothing in my pockets. So I'm gonna die. Like most likely. Neanderthal times, I think to establish dominance, you gotta try to kill them, right? And it has to be a sneak attack to establish dominance, because and it's gonna be a hard fight, because cavemen, all they're just muscles, right? I've been working out. I got Beachbody on demand. It's whatever, right? But I don't have the muscles of a caveman. Who has the muscles of a caveman? Only cavemen, right? The triceps alone will destroy me. So it has to be a sneak attack. You have to kill them. I have to find something sharp, right? Cavemen will probably just want to beat me over the head, but I have the knowledge I have now, so I'm going to try to go for the neck, right? You go for the neck, you go for the arteries, right? Or maybe I just bring fire, right? I don't know if cavemen had fire back then. I could make a fire, could figure it out. Neanderthals had fire though, so I don't think they'd have a problem with fire. Who knows? Which movie villain would you be willing to date in real life for at least a year? And no cheating. I'm talking villain, not anti-hero. You don't get any points grabbing coffee with Robert De Niro from Taxi. All right. Okay. Movie villain that you would date for a year? Catwoman. Catwoman's still a villain. Okay. Well, you can say Catwoman's an anti-hero. Fair enough. Poison Ivy, though. Poison Ivy is very much a villain, right? So it would be Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy from Batman. She was fine, right? Poison Ivy's fine. Catwoman's fine too, but Catwoman technically, right, sometimes was on the other side of the law, right? Sometimes she was a bad guy. Sometimes she was a good guy. She was just playing with the cat. And since Batman can't kill anybody, sometimes she would steal, sometimes she wouldn't steal, sometimes she'd be just talking to Batman. It's a weird relationship between Catwoman and Batman. So since the relationship is weird and you don't always know when she's a villain, Poison Ivy is definitely always going to be a villain. So I pick Poison Ivy. I can't think of any other female villains. Mystique is a villain. I know the movies make it seem like she's not a villain, but Mystique from the X-Men is very much a villain, and I would choose her also. Yeah, that's it. I can't really think of any good-looking female villains, movie villains. I guess Cruella de Vil, maybe. I don't know. Cruella de Vil when she was like 40. The Cruella de Vil in the movie seems like she's 60 and she likes to just want to kill dogs. No, but like before she became a senile old lady, she seemed like she might have been just a person who liked to travel, just a person who liked the finer things in life, right? That Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil when she was like 37, that Cruella de Vil I'll take on. That's fine. What would you do? You're a deep cover spy from another country. Your mission, infiltrate the royal wedding. You can't get on the guest list and you can't force your way in. What do you do? Oof. All right. Listen, I don't know if you know this by just listening to my voice, or if you've listened to other podcast episodes, but I'm black. And if it's the royal wedding, most likely they're white. And if I'm a spy, I got to use my blackness as an advantage to do what I need to do. So I need to infiltrate as like the help or something. I'm the chef. I'm the butler, right? I'm the driver, right? I'm the meter maid. I don't know. All I know is I have to get in through the help. You can't get in if you're not on the guest list. It's the royal wedding. You already know it's going to be televised somewhere. It's a royal wedding, right? Even if it's Spain, if it's Portugal, if it's England, it's going to be televised. There's going to be cameras. Even if there's not television cameras there's going to be cameras, there's going to be videos, there's going to be lots of other people there. So if I'm going to be undercover and I need to infiltrate, then I just need to be the chef. I need to be the butler. I need to hold the door for people. I need to be the driver, right? That's the easiest way to infiltrate a royal wedding. So listen to this. If you're black, and I know that Prince Harry married a black girl. I know. But how many black people were at that wedding? Really? Exactly. So you need to be the chef. You need to be the butler. You need to be the driver. Calm your ass down. The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. You need 3 things to rescue him. What are they? And what do you do? This is extremely hard. All right. Hear me out. Damn. All right. Hear me out. Here's what I'm going to do. First, you get a cell phone. All right. You get one of those blankets that are like one of those throw blankets that are that you put on like a couch or whatever. Okay. And you get like maybe a pillow. Okay. So first thing you do is you go on your couch, you fix the pillow to the end, you lay down, you put the throw blanket on top of you, right? Get on your cell phone, you call the FBI. You say, hey, listen, the president has been kidnapped by ninjas. And they're like, you're insane. Why are you calling? Do you know that this is the FBI? And I'm going to be like, yes, I know. I know this is the FBI. But you have to understand that the president has been kidnapped by ninjas. And they're going to be like, you're in Los Angeles. How the fuck would you know that the president has been kidnapped by ninjas? And I'm going to tell them straight up. I'm like, yo, listen, go call the White House, try to get to the president and call me back. Simple as that. And I'm going to hang up the phone. I'm going to watch Netflix for like 15, 30 minutes, right? They're going to call me back and be like, how did you know the president was kidnapped by ninjas? And I said, listen, I have a podcast called Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. Look it up, right? Where we go through different scenarios. And the scenario today was that the president was getting kidnapped by ninjas. And they asked me, what do I do to rescue him? And the first thing I chose was a cell phone because that's not my job. That's not my job to be rescuing the president. The fuck? What are you talking about? I'm not trained in this. You know what I mean? I'm going to a shooting range for the first time like in like 2 weeks. But I don't know how to shoot a gun right now, right? And they're ninjas. Nah, man. It wasn't even just the president was kidnapped by a ninja. President was kidnapped by ninjas. Ninjas? That's your job, man. That's the FBI's job. That's not my job. So do your job, FBI, because the president is kidnapped right now. Just saying. All right. Would you rather fizz up like Alka-Seltzer when in water or have an unflattering nude portrait on the $1 bill? Pros and cons. If you fizz up like Alka-Seltzer when you're in water, you're not dissolving. It doesn't say you dissolve. It just says you fizz up like Alka-Seltzer. So the pool is probably gonna be like a once a year kind of thing for you. The beach should be fine. Most people that go to the beach never go in the water. So the beach could be fine. When you shower, it's fine. It's a personal thing. So right now, the Alka-Seltzer is winning. Have an unflattering nude portrait on the $1 bill. I can't do that. Unflattering. See, here's the thing. It said unflattering. If it said nude portrait, then listen, I'm not gonna lie. As I said before, I just got Beachbody on demand. I'm going to take that nude portrait, right? Because I'll have a 6-pack. Give me like 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months. If you want a nude portrait, I got you. But it's going to be unflattering, they said. On the $1 bill too. That means everybody's seeing it. Everybody is seeing it. It's on the $1 bill. Everybody's seeing it. I gotta go with the Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer is not that bad. Because you're not dissolving. The simple fact that you're not dissolving means that it's fine. But an unflattering nude portrait, couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I thought about it. Nude portrait. I mean, you're famous. If we're being honest, you're famous. There's nothing wrong with an unflattering nude portrait on the onset, right? You can milk it a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know. That's what I'm thinking. You can milk it, but we can I don't know. No, no, no. Now I'm thinking about it again. No, I'm not doing the unflattering new. It's still unflattering. So no, thank you. That's embarrassing. The world is ending in 5 minutes. You have time to make one phone call. Do you call a loved one that you've already expressed your love for many times over the course of your lifetime? Or do you call up the person you've secretly despised for years and curse them out like you've always dreamed of? So give this some thought. Mom definitely knows you love her. Carl from accounting probably thinks he's on your good side. Just saying. All right. All right. Touche. Touche. Oof. All right. The world is ending. I got 5 minutes. I make a phone call. If my parents are alive, you got to call your parents. Honest. If we're being honest, you got to call as many family members as you can. All right. I'm not trying to sound sappy. I'd probably call my mom. Probably, if I can only make one phone call, I would call my mom because here's the thing. I would call my mom because most likely she'd give the phone to my dad also. And then that would kill two birds with one stone. I have two older brothers. Listen, they know I love them. And I only got one phone call. So listen, my bad. I'd send them a text message. I would call my parents on one phone call and then send my brothers a text message while my parents are on speakerphone. Boom, baby. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. That's a compromise. I have one time to make a phone call. Listen, if the world is ending and all you want to do is curse somebody out, then you really need to look at your life. If you're thinking about right now the world is ending and you're like, oh, I'm gonna curse out Cheryl. No, for what? That doesn't stop the world from ending, right? Because at the end you curse her out and then everybody's gonna die. So it doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Just saying. Would you rather only be able to walk sideways or wake up each morning with one random bone missing from your body? Do I get the bone back though? That's the question. Only be able to walk sideways. I can't do that. That's weird. I walk a lot. Wake up each morning with a random bone missing from your body. No, I can't do that either. Now, okay. Walking sideways is weird. There's no sidestepping that, right? People are gonna look at you weird. You're just gonna be that weird dude that only walks sideways. Okay, fair. But if I wake up one day and I just don't have a femur bone, right? If I wake up one day and I don't have a bone in my thumb, right? It's just missing. Let's say the bones come back. Let's say each morning the bone will come. Let's say at the end of the day the bone comes back, but then each morning a random bone missing again. You have a lot of bones in your body. That's fine. But I don't want to take that chance with a larger bone going missing. There are lots of bones in your hand, right? There are lots of individual bones in your hand. But if suddenly I don't have a collarbone, I'd have a problem with that. So you got to do the walk sideways. And you just got to, I don't know, man. You just got to dance. You just got to be like, I like dancing, and dance sideways. And just be like, I just like dancing. And they're going to be like, why are you always dancing? It's like, I just like it. I don't know. I just like to move. Right? And then you'll just be I would rather be the weird dude that dances than be the weird dude that only walks sideways. You know? You definitely don't want to be the dude with bones missing every morning. Right? I don't know. Last one. The electricity goes out and your freezer is filled with $50,000 in rare meat. The power won't come back on for 2 weeks. What do you do? Listen, if I got $50,000 of rare meat, we got to have a barbecue and a discussion. That's what's going to happen. That's what needs to happen. The culture needs it. $50,000 of rare meat. I'm thinking I already bought it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I already bought it. It's not like I have a payment plan on the rare meat, right? So it's time to start cooking, right? Who wants some zebra? Who wants some elk? who wants some bear meat, right? Because if it's $50,000 of rare meat, it's not going to be just regular beef. It's not going to be deer. It's going to be deer from the Congo, right? Are there deers in the Congo? Who the fuck knows? But there's $50,000 of rare meat, and we need to start having a celebration, right? It's going to suck. It's going to suck at first. The first 2 hours, I'm just going to be really upset at the fact that $50,000 is down the drain. But after that, it's like, yo, call some buddies, get the grill out, start cooking, start chopping, right? Somebody bring onions, somebody bring tomatoes, somebody bring some romaine lettuce. We're going to have a zebra salad, right? Zebra meat salad sounds like it would taste low-key good, honestly. I'm just saying. If you got meat in your freezer and the freezer's about to come out, then you just need to cook the meat. There's no if and buts about it. You got to share the wealth sometimes. Guys, that has been our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's KAZEEM on all platforms. If you have a tough choice question or a marry, fuck, kill you want us to consider, or if you have a moral dilemma you want us to talk about, or if you have a what would you do you want us to talk about, or if you have a new segment idea, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. You guys have been amazing. Bye.